Hello students, today we will revise important theory of accounting for not-for-profit organization. What is a not-for-profit organization? Not-for-profit organization refers to those organizations that are used for the welfare of society, जिन्हें बनाने का purpose है social welfare and are set up as charitable institution which function without any profit motive. इनका motive profit earn करना नहीं है. But does it mean that they do not earn profit? ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. Their primary objective is not to earn profit, but that doesn't mean that they cannot earn profit. If they want to run their business smoothly, to run their activities smoothly, not business, to run their activities smoothly, they can have profit as their secondary objective. और इन्हें बनाने का हमारा पर्पस क्या होता है? They want to serve a specific group or public at large. What are the various example of not-for-profit organization? School, universities, hospitals, clubs, even temples are examples of not-for-profit organizations. Now, starting with the characteristics of not-for-profit organization, पहली characteristics है, they are formed for providing service to a specific group or public at large. Like I just gave you example school. Here, what are they serving? They are serving educational sector, maybe healthcare, recreations, sports, and so on, without any consideration of caste, creed, and color. इनका sole aim क्या है? To provide services, and these services are either provided free of cost or at a nominal cost, and not to earn profit. Again, it is saying प्रॉफिट अर्न करना इनका मोटिव नहीं है. इनका मेन मोटिव है टू सर्व द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ पब्लिक एट लार्ज. कमिंग टू नेक्स्ट फीचर, दीज आर ऑर्गेनाइज्ड एज चैरिटेबल सोसाइटीज और ट्रस्ट. और जो इनको सब्सक्राइब करते हैं इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को, जो इनके सब्सक्राइबर्स होते हैं, दे आर नोन एज मेंबर्स. उन्हें क्या कहा जाता है? मेंबर्स. नेक्स्ट फीचर इज their affairs are usually managed by managing or executive committee elected by its member. इनके members अपने representative चुनते हैं जो इन organization को administer करने में help करते हैं, and they are known as managing or executive committees. The next feature is their main source of income is subscription from members, donations, legacies, grant in aid, and income from investment. Obviously, in organizations को run करने के लिए amount is being required, and the source of income is subscription, donations, legacies, grant in aids, and income from investments. These organizations also raise fund, and these funds are credited to capital fund और these are journal fund. Specific nature के funds भी हम पढ़ेंगे आगे और general nature के funds भी. Then the next point is these organizations, what is the final result, final outcome of their performance? If their income is more than their expenditure, they get surplus. Profit organization में net profit earn होता है, यहाँ पर surplus earn होता है, which is simply added to capital fund. Similarly, what will happen if expenditures are greater than income? Then they will be having deficit, and this deficit will be subtracted from capital fund. The next feature, the not-for-profit organization earn their reputation on the basis of their contribution to society. And why they are earning this reputation? Because they are working for the welfare of society rather than their own satisfaction or customer satisfaction. The accounting information provided by such organization is meant for present and potential contributors and to meet statutory requirements. Accounting information serve statutory requirement means legal requirements के लिए भी इन्हें use किया जाता है. Not for profit organization gets their account audited by chartered accountants. Now, what are the various final accounts that we will learn, that we have to prepare when we are doing this chapter? First is receipt and payment account, which is just like cash book. Receipt and payment account is just like cash book. Cash book में भी हमने आपको पढ़ाया था last 11th में. Debit side is receipt side and credit side is payment side. We all know real account is this receipt and payment account is based on real account concept. Real account, because it is just a summary of cash transactions. So cash relates to real account. Rule क्या कहता है? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So अब हम receipt and payment account जब prepare करेंगे, what comes in is debited. We know left hand side is debit side. All receipts are debited and all payments are credited. Next account that we will learn is income and expenditure account. Income and expenditure account is a nominal account. It is just like profit and loss account. It is a nominal account. बिल्कुल P&L की तरह है ये. And nominal account का rule क्या कहता है? All expenses are debited and all incomes are credited. Many a time it has been seen in paper, children do this mistake. What mistake they do? हम जब बेटा लिखते हैं हेड ऊपर इस अकाउंट का तो लिखते हैं इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर, बट व्हेन वी ड्रॉ द फॉर्मेट it is expenditure that comes first because all expenses are debited. As per the rule of nominal account, all expenses are debited and all incomes are credited. But while checking paper, many a time it has been observed, बच्चे उल्टा लिख देते हैं. They write income and expenditure like this. All the सारी transactions जो plot करते हैं, they are correct, but the format is wrong. So this is wrong. We have to follow the rules of nominal account. Then the last thing that we have to prepare is balance sheet. And children love doing balance sheet. It is the most easiest thing to do. And you gain confidence whenever your balance sheet tallies. So there are three final accounts that we will learn in this chapter: receipt and payment account, income and expenditure account, and balance sheet. थोड़ा और डिटेल में पढ़ते हैं what is receipt and payment account. It is prepared at the end of the accounting year. जैसे financial statement हमने last year trading P&L balance sheet sole proprietorship की accounting में last में prepare की थी, वैसे यहाँ पर year end पर क्या बनेगा? Receipt and payment account. It is based on cash basis. तो question आ सकता है 1 marker. On which basis of accounting receipt and payment account is prepared? It is based on cash basis. It is simply a summary of cash and bank transaction. Now coming to the features. First feature, it is a summary of cash book. ये किसकी summary है? Cash book की summary है. It is identical to a simple cash book without discount and bank column. Debit side is receipt side, credit side is payment side. Second feature is it shows a total amount of all receipt and payment irrespective of period to which they belong. भाई कैश बुक की तरह है. ना तो हमें प्रीवियस ईयर का कोई कंसर्न, ना करंट ईयर का, ना फ्यूचर ईयर का. अमाउंट अगर आपको रिसीव हुआ है किसी पीरियड में, आप उसे रिकॉर्ड करेंगे इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ किस पीरियड से रिलेट करता है. एग्जाम्पल के लिए देखो, receipt and payment account for the year ending 31st March 2015. We record total subscription during the year 14-15, ending year 15 है. इसमें आपके पास 13-14 प्रीवियस ईयर का भी कुछ बैलेंस इंक्लूडेड है और 15-16 फ्यूचर ईयर का भी बैलेंस इंक्लूडेड है. दैट मींस इट रिकॉर्ड ट्रांजैक्शन ऑफ प्रीवियस ईयर एज वेल. करंट ईयर में तो कुछ अमाउंट मिला ही होगा, उसको तो रिकॉर्ड करेगा ही. एंड इवन एडवांस ऑफ फ्यूचर ईयर, कमिंग ईयर का भी हो सकता है आपके पास कुछ एडवांस हो जो यहाँ पर इंक्लूड हो गया है. सो इट डील्स विद ऑल 3 years, previous year, current year, as well as future year. I hope this point is clear. Coming to next feature, it includes all receipts and payment, whether they are capital nature or of revenue nature. Capital items के example क्या होंगे? Sale or purchase of fixed asset or investment. Revenue nature item, recurring in nature, which are not affecting your fixed assets or liabilities. Example as salary paid, audit fees, interest on investment. So ये सभी transactions को record करता है, whether they are of capital nature or they are of revenue nature. No distinction is made in receipt and payment account for cash and bank transaction. हम कैश और बैंक ट्रांजैक्शन के लिए कोई डिस्टिंक्शन नहीं रखते. हम दो ही कॉलम बनाते हैं, एक रिसीट साइड का, एक पेमेंट साइड का. कैश और बैंक की रिसीट सब इसी कॉलम में रिकॉर्ड होंगी. कैश और बैंक की सभी पेमेंट्स जो हैं वो पेमेंट साइड वाले कॉलम में रिकॉर्ड होगी. हाउएवर हम ओपनिंग और क्लोजिंग बैलेंस जो है वो कैश और बैंक का अलग से शो करते हैं. Next, no non-cash item like depreciation, outstanding expense, accrued income are shown in this account. क्योंकि non-cash transaction do not have any place in cash book and it is just like a summary of cash book, so it does not record any non-cash transaction. Now it begins with an opening balance. Receipt and payment का opening balance cash in hand या cash at bank हो सकता है, even bank overdraft भी हो सकता है. देखो बेटा, अगर हमारे पास balance BD आएगा, what we will write? We will write two balance brought down and we can write both balances, cash as well as bank. Examiner question पूछ सकता है, क्या receipt and payment में credit balance हो सकता है? What will be your answer? Yes, there can be a credit balance in receipt and payment account as opening, and that balance will belong to bank overdraft. And what is bank overdraft? When your credit balance in bank is lesser than your debit balance. Similarly, closing balance भी आएगा, और usually closing balance कहाँ आएगा? By balance CD, which will have both cash and bank balance. Again, हमारे पास क्लोजिंग में भी बैंक ओवरड्राफ्ट हो सकता है, which will be reflected on the debit side as to balance CD bank overdraft. In simple words, receipt and payment account has an opening and a closing balance. Now this is the format of receipt and payment account. You can see as per the rule of real account, what comes in is debited. Here what we are recording, what comes in. जो भी पैसा एक नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के पास आ रहा है वो सभी का सभी पैसा डेबिट साइड रिकॉर्ड होगा. सिमिलरली क्रेडिट व्हाट गोज आउट, जो भी पैसा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से बाहर जाएगा इट विल बी रिकॉर्डेड ऑन द पेमेंट साइड, दैट इज क्रेडिट साइड. रियल अकाउंट के बेसिस पर हमारा जो रूल है वो फॉलो होगा. दैट मीन्स अगर 1 मार्कर आता है, tell the nature of account of receipt and payment account, so you will say real account. You can see here we are having opening balance of cash and bank, subscription which is a major source of income for a receipt and payment account. previous year का कुछ amount मिला, current year का भी मिला और future year का भी. आपको मैंने feature of receipt and payment account में बताया था, it records transactions irrespective of time. टाइम को देखकर नहीं रिकॉर्ड कर रहा है. कैश आया, इस साल आया, चाहे वो पिछले साल का आया है या इसी साल का है या आने वाले साल का है, इट विल रिकॉर्ड. इट रिकॉर्ड्स जनरल डोनेशन, अमाउंट रिसीव हुआ जनरल डोनेशन का. सेल ऑफ न्यूज़पेपर, पीरियोडिकल, स्पोर्ट्स मटेरियल पुराने कुछ बेचे हैं. एफडी के ऊपर इंटरेस्ट मिल रहा है. आपने कोई जनरल इन्वेस्टमेंट की है शेयर्स में, उस पर डिविडेंड मिल रहा है, या डिबेंचर्स में किया, उस पर इंटरेस्ट मिल रहा है. Locker rent, we have seen in clubs, they provide lockers for which they charge rent, which is again a source of income, receipt. Sale of scrap, bhangar bek dena, all obsolete things that you are selling. Proceed from charity show, miscellaneous receipt, grant in aid, legacies, specific donation like donation for a particular purpose, let's say donation for building. सेल ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट, मैंने बताया था कैपिटल नेचर की ट्रांजेक्शन्स को भी ये रिकॉर्ड करता है. तो सेल ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट इज अ कैपिटल नेचर आइटम. इवन सेल ऑफ फिक्स्ड एसेट इज अ कैपिटल नेचर आइटम. लाइफ मेंबरशिप फीस, एंट्रेंस फीस, रिसीट ऑन अकाउंट ऑफ स्पेसिफिक फंड, इंटरेस्ट ऑन स्पेसिफिक फंड इन्वेस्टमेंट, ये सब रिसीट्स हैं. अगर बैलेंस आपका डेबिट साइड क्लोजिंग बैलेंस है तो इट विल बी बिकॉज ऑफ बैंक ओवरड्राफ्ट. Similarly, हमारे पास पेमेंट साइड है. अगेन वी कैन हैव ओपनिंग बैलेंस ऑफ बैंक ओवरड्राफ्ट. एक्सपेंसेस और पेमेंट्स कैन बी वेजेस, रेंट, rates, insurance, printing and stationery, postage and couriers, advertisement, sundry expense, telephone charges, entertainment, audit fees, honorarium. Honorarium क्या है हम आगे पढ़ेंगे. रिपेयर एंड रिन्यूअल्स, अपकीप ऑफ ग्राउंड, कन्वेंस. अगेन देखो, परचेज ऑफ एसेट और परचेज ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट कैपिटल नेचर ट्रांजेक्शन्स को भी ये रिकॉर्ड कर रहा है. आई होप द फॉर्मेट ऑफ रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट इज क्लियर. सबसे इजी रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट अगर पेपर में आ जाए बनाना तो है, बिकॉज इट फॉलोज कैश बेसिस. एक्रूअल का कोई लेना देना नहीं है. पैसा आया है तो रिकॉर्ड होगा डेबिट में, पैसा गया है तो रिकॉर्ड होगा क्रेडिट में. बहुत इजी सा कॉन्सेप्ट है. पैसे का आना बहुत अच्छा लगता है जब पैसा पहले आए. पैसों का आना फिर पैसों का जाना. So this coming and going of money in and out is known as receipt and payment account. In, then out. I hope this concept is clear. Moving to our next slide. Income and expenditure account. As I just told you, it is a summary of income and expenditure for accounting year. It is just like profit and loss account. किसकी तरह दिखता है? P&L. And it is based on accrual basis. Receipt and payment किस basis पे बना था? Cash basis पर. Income and expenditure is based on accrual basis. Now coming to its features, सबसे पहला feature, it records only revenue items and the balance at the end represents surplus or deficit. Surplus कब आएगा? जब income ज्यादा होगी और expenses कम होंगे. Deficit कब आएगा? जब expenses ज्यादा होंगे और income कम. The income and expenditure serve the same purpose as P&L, क्योंकि यहाँ पर हम एक नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की बात कर रहे हैं. तो यहाँ पर जो हमारा फाइनल आउटकम है, जो फाइनल रिजल्ट है, that will be surplus or deficit. Why we don't call it as profit or loss? Because इनका main motive profit earn करना है ही नहीं. All the revenue item relating to current period matching principle को follow करता है income and expenditure. Only current period items को record करेगा, whether it relates to expenses or losses or it relates to incomes and gains. It records only current period items. It shows a net operating result in the form of surplus, excess of income over expenditure, and deficit, that is excess of expenditure over income, which is adjusted in capital fund. Surplus होगा तो add हो जाएगा, deficit होगा तो capital fund में से minus हो जाएगा. The income and expenditure account is prepared on accrual basis. Again, it is being repeated, irrespective whether cash has been received or not. यानी एक्रूअल बेसिस का मतलब क्या है? ये आउटस्टैंडिंग को भी रिकॉर्ड करेगा और एडवांस को भी रिकॉर्ड करेगा, एडजस्ट करेगा. एंड इवन इट इज रिकॉर्डिंग नॉन कैश ट्रांजैक्शंस लाइक डेप्रिसिएशन. Coming to the format of income and expenditure account, you can see on my screen Format of income and expenditure account is based on nominal account rules. All expenses are debited. All expenses are debited, expenses and losses, and all income and gains are credited. We will learn in our later videos how this amount is being calculated. पर ये सब एडजस्टमेंट करने का पर्पस क्या है कि हमें सैलरी चाहिए करंट ईयर की. रेंट ऑफ करंट ईयर, irrespective whether it has been received in cash or not, insurance, audit fees, printing and stationery, honorarium, telephone expenses, repair. कैश में मिले हैं या नहीं मिले हैं इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, बस ये करंट ईयर के होने चाहिए. डेप्रिसिएशन लाइक इट इज अ नॉन कैश एक्सपेंडिचर, इसका रिसीट एंड पेमेंट में कोई प्लेस नहीं था, बट इट इज डेबिटेड इन इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट. लॉस ऑन सेल ऑफ फिक्स्ड एसेट, इट रिकॉर्ड्स ओनली रेवेन्यू आइटम्स. देखो लॉस को रिकॉर्ड किया है बट सेल ऑफ फिक्स्ड एसेट को रिकॉर्ड नहीं करेगा. कैपिटल नेचर ट्रांजैक्शंस आर नॉट रिकॉर्डेड. अगेन कंज्यूमेबल आइटम्स आर कंजम्पशन इन करंट ईयर. दिस अगेन वी विल डू इन आवर लेटर स्लाइड्स, later videos. Subscription again we have to take for current year. There are two ways of calculating this subscription, both the methods I have written here. Then source of income is entrance fees, general donation. General donation आएगा income and expenditure में, specific donation नहीं आएगा क्योंकि उसका purpose है specific. तो वो कहाँ जाएगा? बैलेंस शीट लाइबिलिटी साइड. लेगेसी अगर उसका purpose specified नहीं है, it is general legacy, then only it will come on the credit side of income and expenditure account. Sale of old newspaper, rent, gain on sale of fixed assets, sundry receipt. फाइनल रिजल्ट क्या होगा? अगर तो हमारी इनकम साइड ग्रेटर है हमारे एक्सपेंसेस से, देन व्हाट वी विल अर्न? वी विल अर्न सरप्लस. और सरप्लस कहाँ शो होगा? डेबिट साइड. सिमिलरली डेफिसिट कब आएगा? जब हमारे एक्सपेंडिचर ज्यादा होंगे और हमारी इनकम्स कम होंगी. I hope preparation of income and expenditure account is clear. There are only 3 things that you have to take care, that you have to learn. उसके बाद पूरा चैप्टर इजी हो जाएगा. और वो 3 चीजें क्या हैं? ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ स्पेसिफिक फंड, then its subscription and consumable items. The rest, the whole chapter is easy, transactions are easy. जब हमें ये कॉन्सेप्ट समझ आ जाएंगी, ये 3 एडजस्टमेंट्स आ जाएंगी, then we will have command over this chapter. Coming to our next slide, difference between income and expenditure and receipt and payment account. अभी हमने पढ़ा income and expenditure is just like P&L and receipt and payment is just like cash book. इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर सिर्फ रेवेन्यू नेचर की ट्रांजैक्शंस को रिकॉर्ड करेगा, जबकि आपका रिसीट एंड पेमेंट बोथ रेवेन्यू और कैपिटल नेचर ट्रांजैक्शंस को रिकॉर्ड करेगा. पीरियड, इट रिलेट्स ओनली टू करंट पीरियड because we want to know the result of current year, but our receipt and payment record transaction of previous year, preceding year and even succeeding year. Debit side expenses है, losses है income and expenditure की, और it's receipt side in case of receipt and payment. Credit side is income and gain in case of income and expenditure. It is payment in case of receipt and payment. Non-cash transaction like depreciation is included in income and expenditure, but it is excluded in receipt and payment account. कोई opening balance नहीं है income and expenditure का. Cash or bank can be opening balance of receipt and payment. Closing balance है receipt and payment का, which can be excess of income over expenditure or vice versa, means excess of expenditure over income. In short, we can say surplus and deficit. And here again we can have cash and bank as our closing balances. I hope the difference between income and expenditure account and receipt and payment account is clear to all of you. Coming to our next slide, where we will study the important terms used in not-for-profit organization. Our first term is subscription. Subscription is that amount which is being paid by the members to keep their membership alive. Usually it is paid on annual basis, or you can simply say it can be paid periodically. And when we are drafting our income and expenditure account, these amount of subscription should confined only to current period. सिर्फ करंट पीरियड का अमाउंट रिकॉर्ड होगा, इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ द फैक्ट ये अमाउंट रिसीव हुआ है या फिर नहीं हुआ. दैट इज व्हाई द नीड अराइज टू एडजस्ट आउटस्टैंडिंग इन एडवांस इन सब्सक्रिप्शन. नेक्स्ट सोर्स ऑफ income for a not-for-profit organization is donation. It is a sort of gift or property received from some person or organization. और डोनेशन अगर रिसीव हो रही तो रिसीट एंड पेमेंट में रिसीट साइड आएगा. आप डोनेशन दो तरह की, या तो स्पेसिफिक पर्पस की या फिर जर्नल पर्पस. स्पेसिफिक पर्पस की डोनेशन विल कम ऑन द लायबिलिटी साइड ऑफ बैलेंस शीट as it has to be capitalized. इसका पर्पस फिक्स है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हियर आई हैव टेकन डोनेशन फॉर बिल्डिंग, so that means this amount can only be used for construction of building. Irrespective के अमाउंट बिग है या स्मॉल है, ये स्पेसिफिक पर्पस के लिए ही यूटिलाइज हो सकता है. दैट इज व्हाई इट विल बी शोन ऑन द लायबिलिटी साइड ऑफ बैलेंस शीट. नेक्स्ट इज जनरल डोनेशन. Its purpose is to promote general usage of an organization. Thus, it is treated as a revenue receipt. It is a regular source of income. A not-for-profit organization keep on getting general donation. That is why it is shown on the income side of income and expenditure account. I hope these concepts are now clear to all of you. Coming to our next slide. Next term is legacy. It is that amount which is being received from the will of a deceased person. It is a revenue receipt if its purpose is not specified. However, if the purpose is specific, then it is a capital receipt. Therefore, it will be added in capital fund. अगर पर्पस स्पेसिफाइड है लेगेसी का तो इट विल बी कैपिटलाइज्ड. लाइफ मेंबरशिप फीस इज अ लंप सम पेमेंट व्हिच इज बीइंग मेड बाय अ मेंबर. It is treated as a capital receipt and is directly added in capital fund or in general fund. Next is entrance fees or admission fees, which is being received once when a member enters an organization. It is treated as revenue receipts. Payment of honorarium. Honor means to give honor to someone, सम्मानित करना. It is an amount paid to person who is not a regular employee. किसी इंस्टीट्यूशन का रेगुलर एम्प्लॉय नहीं है. जस्ट टू ऑनर देम, लाइक यू मेक पेमेंट इन एनी इवेंट टू एन आर्टिस्ट, देन दैट अमाउंट इज नोन एज ऑनरेरियम, जिसे हम भेंट भी कहते हैं. Then endowment fund, it is a kind of gift we can say, which is devoted for a specific purpose. Again, it is a capital receipt, thus shown on the liability side of balance sheet. Now, there are certain points which are to be kept in mind when we are doing this chapter and appearing in our board exam. We will just recapitulate those points. Legacy is to be treated as revenue receipt unless otherwise mentioned. अगर जब तक purpose mention ना हो, हमें legacy को revenue receipt मानना है. Interest on specific fund will be added in specific fund. Sorry, interest on specific fund investment. Investment will come on the asset side. पर जो इस पे इंटरेस्ट मिल रहा है, दैट विल बी एडेड इन स्पेसिफिक फंड. इस इंटरेस्ट को हम इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर में रिफ्लेक्ट नहीं करेंगे. हाउएवर, इफ इंटरेस्ट इज एक्रूड ऑन स्पेसिफिक फंड, इंटरेस्ट ड्यू है स्पेसिफिक फंड इन्वेस्टमेंट पर, then that amount will be added in specific fund, as well as it will be added in specific fund investment, or we can simply say that it will be shown on the asset side of balance sheet. You have to take care. We are here talking about accrued interest. Then interest on general fund investment. See, general fund will come in balance sheet liability side. General fund investment will come in asset side. But ये जो इस पे interest आ रहा है, that can be used for general purpose. That is why it will be shown on the credit side of income and expenditure account. Now, when we are calculating consumable item, we have to take care of two words, amount paid or purchases. Amount of purchases. Agar amount paid given है, that means it includes amount paid to creditors as well as to supplier. Creditors and advance amount will be adjusted only when amount for consumable item is given. When amount paid is given, then we will adjust creditors, even advance paid to creditors, as well as opening and closing stock. However, if purchase of consumable item is given, then only opening and closing stock will be adjusted. That means we have to differentiate between amount paid and amount of purchases. अगर हमें amount paid given है तो हमें creditors को भी adjust करना है, stock को भी adjust करना है और advances को भी adjust करना है. But अगर हमें purchase word given है, then we only have to adjust stock. Amount of purchase includes both cash and credit purchases. क्योंकि यहाँ purchases already adjust हो गई हैं, so there is no need to adjust creditors or advance paid to creditors. I hope this point is clear. Coming to our next slide, subscription के केस में बहुत ध्यान रखना है बेटा. Subscription outstanding at the end of the year given है या during the year given है. Whether it is given at the end of the year or it is given during the year. When this outstanding subscription is given at the end, it means it includes balance sheet item, balance sheet value. This balance will include both current year and previous year outstanding. In that case, we will exclude previous year outstanding and only consider current year balance. अगर हमें subscription as at या as on given है. And if it is written for the year, that means it is given for current year only. It's current year outstanding. Subscription still outstanding for previous year means amount of subscription outstanding for previous only. कई बार क्वेश्चन में हमें still outstanding word भी given होता है, previous year का outstanding है, current year से इसका कोई consideration नहीं है. Differentiate between general and specific donation. It is very important. One more thing we have to consider while adjusting expenses from specific fund. अगर expenses specific fund के amount से ज़्यादा हैं, तो आप कितना amount expense का minus करोगे जितना आपके पास fund available है. And this way balance sheet में आपका balance कितना आ जाएगा? Nil. और जो excess amount है expense का, वो कहाँ चला जाएगा? It will be shown on the debit side of income and expenditure account. बहुत ध्यान से समझना है इस बात को. अगर फंड कम है और एक्सपेंस ज्यादा है, तो जितना फंड है उतना एक्सपेंस हम माइनस करेंगे बैलेंस शीट में. बैलेंस शीट में फंड जीरो हो जाएगा क्योंकि आपने पूरा फंड यूज कर लिया, और जो रिमेनिंग बैलेंस आपका रह जाएगा एक्सपेंस का, that will be shown on the debit side of income and expenditure account. I hope all these concepts, theoretical concepts, are now clear to all of you. Stay connected, keep watching my videos, and do subscribe my channel. Thank you.